Oh wow, look what I found. I found this hat on the beach in Vietnam. Let me put this thing on. I've never worn one of these before. Let's have a look. How do I look? Does it look good? You know, when I used to train in martial arts, they used to say that in a past life, I was an Asian emperor. I think mostly they meant that as an insult, though. They don't make that it's difficult to deal with. But anyway, so the topic of this video is I want to talk about something that I think that basically every man has a problem with. Every man struggles with. And really all the struggles that I see men have are because of this. And it's really the problem of living your life for you or living your life for others, for society, for your parents, for your family. Now, if you're Asian, then, or Indian, or from Southeast Asia, wherever, like that, then naturally, this is going to be something that you are always thinking about, always talking about. But I don't necessarily mean it in that way. I mean it in a different way. I'm talking about something much deeper than that. And, you know, right now, there's an ongoing discussion online about men and who men are, what they're supposed to be. And a lot of people are going online and they're looking up this stuff to try and answer that question, like, what am I supposed to be? And one of the solutions that people offer you is masculinity and what masculinity is. But do you not ever stop and think for a moment and ask yourself, is it real? You know? It seems like a stupid thing even to ask, and I don't see anyone asking that, but if you actually look at what masculinity is, it's not really a thing. And I mean that literally, like, it's an idea. And so right off the bat, if you start looking up masculinity, then you're trying to build yourself into something other than you. And you know, you're doing it for a reason if you do it, because you're suffering and you're looking for an answer. But I just want to encourage you to think about that differently. And instead think that, you know, instead of looking online, oh, it's pretty ugly there. Instead of looking online, look offline. You know, look outside, look out into the world. Go out and do things. Go out and live, because that's where the real answers are, you know? The stuff that you get online, it's, I mean, granted you're watching this online, but the vast majority is built around telling you what you need to hear so that money can be made. It's not about the truth, and most of it is not going to help you. That's the truth of that. That's the reality of that. But it will make you feel good in the moment. But that's not what you need. What you need is some lasting understanding. And in order to get that, you have to stop pleasing people. That's really what it comes down to. Most of your life, you're trying to follow rules. Rules set by society, by other people, your family, or whatever. The idea of morals and ethics that's invented by religions and countries with the law. And I'm not saying you should do anything illegal. Definitely not. But rules are there because they keep you safe, not because they give you the truth. And being safe has an inbuilt quality to it, and that's a lack of satisfaction. You feel satisfaction when you go through some problem and then you fix it. And actually, that's really the only time in life when you experience real happiness. That's the irony of happiness, because everyone tells you that you can have this promised land of permanent happiness. But actually, it comes when you've struggled. When you've struggled, say, for example, we all know this example. Say you've been really badly ill for a while, for a few days, and then you stop being ill. How happy do you feel in those moments after you've recovered and you have this whole new world of experience that you just didn't have for those few days, and it's come back to you? You have your health, and everything just seems fantastic, even though you're not doing anything with it. And then after a few days, normal life returns, and yeah, you just go back to the humdrums. So the thing that you could do is you can apply that to your whole life, that concept. You can realize that if you're going through bad times, then some happiness is going to come naturally. There'll be peaks of it in all the horrible depressions. It will come naturally. But in terms of choices that you make, all this stuff about trying to be a successful man, all of this stuff, it's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. And that in itself has become the problem that you have to face, because you're stuck in it. You're stuck in it, and you can't even see that it's trapping you. And if you're on this channel with me, if you're subscribing to me, I will talk about this stuff naturally, because I just see it as such a problem for men. I see it as such a problem, and it's something that can be addressed. In my life, I addressed it by taking action of being outside, but then I went into a spiritual practice, and that helped me to study and learn about it. And it doesn't mean that all of my life problems are fixed now. Not at all. I have all sorts of stuff going on. But that's not the point of doing these things. Oh, I like how I look there. Do I look cool when it goes down like this? I just want to do like a martial arts video with this thing on. I might have to do that. But yeah, it's this age-old stuff of like the inner jihad and outer jihad. If you know those concepts and those terms, go look them up, because this is what it's all about. And dealing with the suffering that you feel right now and your approach to it. So yeah, I hope I've given you something to think about. I hope that sparked some ideas in you. I just wanted to bring it up and remind you that, you can be anything you want to be to some degree, as long as you keep it real, as long as it's not too much fantasy. If you go too much into fantasy, you could be anything, but you don't really reap the rewards. But yeah, so thank you for my TED Talk, and I'll see you on the next one. I love this hat.